Hello, everybody. Kérete. Tis I once again. Welcome to another Hellenic Pagan video. This is number 27. Hellenic Pagan videos are brought to you by the Ancient Fellowship of Mystics, recorded at Agape Prophet House in the city of Larissa, Greece. And my name is Evan Rigakis, and I am your administrator. The reason for this video is that I get a lot of requests from pagans, Wiccans, occultists who wish to visit Greece and are looking for a pagan community. And the thing is that beyond, they do have Freemasonry here. Freemasonry, though, Scottish Rite Freemasonry. And the OTO has recently, I don't know exactly when, but within the last 10 years, there's been they've opened an oasis, I believe, the OTO in Thessaloniki. But from what I see, they don't celebrate the mass that they're supposed to be celebrating. It's very iffy what they do and what they don't do. And that's because of the great stranglehold that the Greek Orthodox Christian Church has over the people. It's very, very. You'll have responses in other countries of Christians saying, "Oh, paganism is Satanism," and blah, blah, blah. But it's not so widespread, and they're not so fanatical over it. Here, Greeks are super superstitious, and they are so under the thumb of the Christian Church that it's incredible to think that there may be pagan groups in Greece. Recently, there has been. Back in the 90s, there were these small groups here and there, mainly. But they're very, very, very small groups, and one close by here, I remember, I think they call themselves Olympos, and they're right at the foot of Mount Olympus, and each year they celebrate the one festival of that has, survived the years, and basically that's another reason why you don't see these pagan groups spurting out here and there, because all we have really of what they call the ancient Greek religion are just random festivals that managed to survive, were written into the folklore or what have you. So they have that type of stranglehold that they're taught from birth that that paganism, our ancient Greek religion, was satanic, that the gods and the goddesses were satanic, demons and devils and all that stuff. That's the type of reaction I get here. Okay, I'll walk down the street with my Star of Nyx on, And I've had friends who were Wiccans, and they would come and they'd be having their pentagrams, on a chain, dressed in what they would consider Wiccan, but Greeks actually see that type of dress as gypsy wear, and so they don't look very favorably on you, actually, and they won't say no to you, but again, they're not going to be very helpful either. The other thing is that a lot of, well, that was a problem, you see, because the one thing you don't ever want to open a conversation with a Greek is about politics, religion, and something else, I don't know. But religion, because they are very, very religious, and they believe what they believe, and that's it. I mean, I would get responses like, "You really believe that in the old gods? You still believe that? You know that that was false stuff, I go, "Oh yeah, okay." Anywho, so the church here in Greece, the Orthodox Church, publicly declared itself the enemy of paganism. Even going on TV and really spewing that the old religion was satanic, and these are false gods and goddesses, and if they're anything, they're demons and devils and everything like that. Well, because there are a lot of Greeks that took offense to this, and the fact that they were calling our heritage satanic spurred historians and scholars and even just patriots were challenging the church, and they would have debates on TV and stuff like that. They managed, besides these sporadic groups here and there, they managed to organize into a non-profit organization that was officially recognized by the government. And that is a very big step. This organization, though you probably will be able to get them to help you out and stuff like that, but to actually join their whole thing is not doable unless you are Greek. Yeah. Oh, here it is. Okay, so this group goes by the acronym YSEE. They call themselves a nonprofit organization. Who, their goals is for the preservation and cultivation of the ethnic Hellenic religion. I don't know exactly why they call it that. But then I did find out, and because they state their goal is the protection and restoration of the Greek ethnic religion in contemporary Greek society. Greek ethnic religion, whatever that means, I really, well, but Greeks do not call themselves pagan. That's another thing. When they were using the word pagan to describe the old religion followers, these were the Romans, and pagan is Latin, so Greeks are not going to use a Latin word. So I found out what instead of pagans here in the Greek city-states, they were calling them ethnic religion, yeah. So that's where they get that from. Yeah, the Romans called it pagan, the Greeks would call it ethnic. Really don't get that, and what it does is, well, I've sent a lot of people there because a lot of people want to, a lot of Hellenists want to join the organization. You know, I mean, follow the tradition and everything like that, but it turns out that they would come back with that they got rejected. And I said, what? Rejected? So they were turned down because they weren't Greek. So the organization, though it says the ethnic religion, you know, the Greek ethnic religion, really they're not as religious as they are. They're also political, and for me that just means that they're nationalists. They're doing that because they believe they're protecting the culture. Strictly speaking, I don't believe that the culture needs protection. I mean, it's lasted thousands of years. Why? I digress. Okay, sorry. Now these other little groups like Olimbos they'll even let you join in with the celebration, but they're not a group or an organization like Yese or whatever, because they're not organized. They're just a group that get together once a year and celebrate this one festival that they have. And that's another thing, that there are a lot of spots especially in northern Greece, where these remote villages still practice a lot of these ancient festivals, and whether the church likes it or not. For instance, the summer solstice. In ancient times, on Samothrace, on the islands up north, they had, it was a great fire festival, and they would jump over the bonfire and stuff like that. And they still do that today, but they do that around July 25th, I believe. And of course, you have to go to the island. But this Greek ethnic religious group, is not only here in Greece, but also in other countries, is here in Europe. I believe there's one in the United States, but again, other than you inquiring about them, you can't join the organization because you have to be Greek. It's this little silly notion that only Greeks should practice the ancient Greek religion. I don't know. I think peace, love, drugs, open for everybody. How do you make religion ethnic? I digress. Okay. So, yeah, you might get some help from them, but again, it's also society. They're very hush hush about it. Recently, this ethnic religious group, they built a temple, really very, very nice temple, and on the day of their opening, it was a big event. They had protests in front of the temple, and I think they were throwing vegetables at them, and it was a big to do. So it's not really acceptable still, and we're 2025, for God's sakes, you would think. So other than my little group, Thriskia here in Greece, we are very, very few in number, but other than us, you have this ethnic group. Now, a lot. So basically, what I'm saying is that if you're planning on visiting Greece to go to the ancient sites, to the Holy Lands, as I call them, really it would be good for you to check in with us. At the group Hellenic Pagans, if you wish. So based on what you want to do, we can better advise you. Do know that because it's happened in the past, so here's the warning. There is a lot of people who feel that they would love to go to the ancient sites and leave an offering at the temple. That's a no-no. You will be told something by the security. Also, they won't allow you to stand there and do an invocation, and that's a no-no. You will be chased out, or told to leave or something like that. And now, the other thing you need to understand is that that because of this stranglehold, you can't be just doing stuff like that. Of course, pictures and video and stuff like that, there are rules to that, and you really need to check in with them at the museum, at the sites, to see what you can photograph and video and what you can't. At Delphi, I believe that you can take pictures outside, like in the ruins, somewhere like that, but excuse me, you can't take pictures in the museum. I don't know why exactly. Something to do with the Flash. Something. Yeah, you know what? It's their museum. They put in the rules. But just so you know, at the ancient sites, what you will also find is, of course, a touristy area where you can get all sorts of things, like from statues to makeshift helmets, touristy stuff. But very good pieces for your altar. Yeah, so you can find stuff like that. But what you also find is a church planted right on the corner of the ancient site. Every ancient site you go to, you will find a church. And these priests that stand there just, looking down at you type of deal. I'm not going to really get into it, but the church really took me for a ride, that's for sure. As far as the churches here is concerned, I'm not very well liked, let's just say. But that's for another video maybe. So if you are planning on coming, even if you're considering moving here, get with us first before you do anything, especially before you pay for a ticket, because it's not that cheap either. So that's basically the situation here with the pagan community. Greeks are not that enthusiastic about their own heritage in the sense of religion, because they're taught, of course, that Christianity is the natural progression and evolution of the ancient Greek religion. So they're saying, why are you going to the ancients when we know the truth now? There's only one God, and blah blah blah. It goes on and on and on. But please, if you wish to, whatever you wish to do with Greece, contact us first, and we can all figure it out. Okay? If you like this video, please like it. And if you haven't subscribed, please subscribe. So, thank you for staying till the end. Have a great day.